Okay, these are just some pictures. So I found this free kids car bed on Gumtree, and it had a little bit of damage on it. But I thought this parts of this bed could go towards Ratchet and its Transformers Autobot theme. So these are just some pictures that for reference, and time to get into the video. Done a video on Ratchet for a while, so I thought I'd make something small of what I'm doing a little bit at a time. I'm working on the interior. These are, they look, does anyone know what they are? They look familiar? Maybe house downlights? Well, these are off a kid's car bed, which I'm changing things a little bit from what it was originally, of course. This is the back piece of it, and this, where are we? This is the front, so that's where those 4 lights go. So I'm keeping these plastic parts, the inner of the frames, and there's some dickhead dirt bike rider going down the street. Okay, and these in the bed, these were like 240 volt, and these are the sort of lights they had in them. I'm going to be putting LEDs as a replacement, and yeah. But what I'm up to, or what I've done lately, is a bit more of the cosmetics of the bed arrangement. Let's move this out of the way for a second. As you see on Transformers, they move around and all their parts move around. So I made this so the bed, this is a hard one arm, comes down. So in these ambulances, they also had a sort of a metal, about half that size, bit of a board. They used to I think they put the bed on this side, and it had, you know, little bits and pieces inside. So I've made a red runner, similar, but this holds 2 wheels. This is going to have another wheel down the other end of the leg. But that's just a small update of where I am with Ratchet. So yeah, looking definitely interesting. So that's where I'm up to. These are going to get ready for a black gloss paint. They're the light surrounds, and that's the number plate. That the colouring it was. That's just going to be all black, and then I'm going to put something else along here, most likely Ratchet. So yeah, spray those black now. Okay, so they're all painted nice gloss black. Very windy day today. Looks like I got more than one with the shadow. But yeah, that's come up really well. Okay, so I got one of these, the ones that look like a downlight. I think they've been based on a downlight. So they pretty much, I think they had like that sort of silicone-y stuff, just so they'd sort of sit flush. But the LEDs that I've got, which come with this rubber grommet, I'm going to take the rubber grommet off it, but see that diameter, second, push that through. Where are we? There. Alright, so that diameter, I want them sitting more or less flush, not that high and stuff. So I think I'm going to have to just machine that out with a drill or something, just so it's a bit wider, so this LED light sits flush. Alright, try that. So I've got a old pillow to so I don't scratch the crap out of the chrome, and good old holders, whatever you want to call them. So I'm using a tool like this, and I've marked where I think, where those black lines are, where I think it should be the right diameter, but I've got 2 marks, so I'll go down to the first one and then the second one if I need to, and then hold and just take it easy and go down. Okay, I didn't end up drilling that as a bigger circumference, because what's happened is, what I can see is that's sort of like pot riveted sort of thing, like very fine tack welded, I don't know, but when you get a bigger circumference, that's going to let that bit of metal off if I kept drilling. I only drilled it a very little bit, and then I can see that no, that's probably not a good idea. So what I'm opted for is silicon, and I made it sort of like a bit of a soft base, and so the main thing you want to get is that light on a sort of even platform, and then it has, like in previous video, it's got those to go over the top, and yeah, so that's what I opted for. I'm going to put this one out to dry and do the other 3. So now all 4 are done, but they're going in their drying stage, but this is the sequence of what I've done. So I've got the silicon as like a resting pillow for it, so it'll keep the light straight without digging into the back part of it, and painted up black. You could call it almost front headlight covers sort of thing, and then that sort of, that's probably like it probably helps the light illuminate. What's a word? Illuminate. Might help it like have some sort of different sort of. And you know what? Spits of rain. Of course, you crazy weather. So I'm gonna have to move this table and put it somewhere safe. So I've got to go. Okay, I rushed that one in from the table into the shed, and I've attached a LED strip light, white one. Now this will sit at the back sort of part of where the nose cone goes. I've just placed that on there just for example purposes, and when it's up on the wall, it should have a nice shimmering light on the red wall. So yeah, of course the sun's starting to come out through the clouds again, but I'm getting sort of a sun shower, so it's just annoying. Okay, next I'm going to be putting these ones that have got 3 lights, but what I'm going to do, I'm not going to have an external, I'm going to have them internal. So I'm going to just drill the 3 holes and then place them underneath. Okay, so I've drawn my guide holes, so next will be the bigger holes. So I've made the holes as best as I could, and these are the lights that are going in, and I've put a bead of silicon just to hold in those back edges. Okay, so this is pretty much almost practically around the 3 stages. So now it's got the white that's dried, and then that get one of these. Whoa! It's very windy. That just blew off. So that's within the little cover, and then that's in the actual holder. So that doesn't look too bad. Gives it a little bit of difference with the white around it. Makes it look a little bit like an eyeball actually. So yeah, I'll just put those together and put them in that. And the other parts are dry now. They just blew off my good rack, but it doesn't hurt, it's only plastic. And there's 3 lights, and 3 lights. But it is very windy. Alright, let's go. The lights are installed. That gives a bit of a different look down the bottom. And the white silicone behind gives it like a whitish bulby look, even though the LEDs are only the centerpiece. And that used to be the purple, now it's nice and black, and that'll have lettering put on. Very good. Okay, I've just finished the wiring loom. It's funny, from overseas countries, probably like China and stuff in some ways, on these, what was it? 1 second. Gotta have a memory thing. The black, out of the black and white, the black's the positive and the white's the negative. I wish I just did black and red, much easier. And then on these little ones, it's opposite again. The red wire with the white tracer, I think, where was that positive? Let me think. Oh, the red's going on to, yeah. The white's, it was the opposite. Wait, let me think. So the white was a positive, and that's going. Yeah, I think that red with the red tracer with the white, that real thin one down there, that's the positive, and the white one's the negative in this one. So they were opposite. But yeah, that's all done, and I have put the rubber, because they had like a rubber mold sort of thing that went around like they do on windows. But yeah, I've put it on, then I've put a bit of gaffer tape all the way around, just so it holds that in, especially when I drill, because I've got to mount that properly to this. The way they mounted these was a bit not so lasting, so I want it to last, so I'm giving it a bit more strengthening. Yeah. Okay, it's now dark, or getting darker. I've got it up and mounted. Here's my flashy lights behind it. But I've got the wiring all ready at the end to then hook up. It's not obviously hooked up to the mains yet, or should I say the solar panel battery, but she's mounted. And I think it has come up so well. Awesome result. Very good.